And we back. Y'all, let me tell y'all. I was just sitting in my room, minding my business, watching basketball because it is back. We'll talk about that a little bit later. And a challenge / video idea popped into my head for day number 23 of consistency. It just happens like that. I've never done this challenge before, and maybe it hasn't been done on YouTube. I don't know. There's a lot of great rebuilders out there. Maybe this challenge has been done before. I want my entire team to be former teammates. Now, I don't mean that like I'm just going to take the Lakers team from last year and that's going to be my championship team this year. I want my point guard to be former teammates with my shooting guard. My shooting guard to be former teammates with my small forward, and down the depth chart until every single player is related to the player above them. That's a cool idea, right? See, usually when I have ideas like this, I'll go into 2K to make sure it works. I do a little trial run. Nope, not today. This could be a complete failure. But regardless, I think we can have a lot of fun. Be sure to leave a like on the video. Subscribe if you are new. We're on the road to 1 million. Before we get into the challenge, give me a second because today's video is sponsored. Okay, kinda. So today's video is brought to you by me. I've been trying to figure out a way so I can live react to games with y'all, and I don't want to use Twitter because that will kill the timeline. So instead, I created a Flick group. The way I've been describing a Flick group for people is like it is just a large group chat full of different rooms that we can just chill out and watch games together. Link is going to be in the description, of course. I need you to download the app, and let me walk you through it real quick. Right now, based on a tweet, we got like 600 people in there already. We're trying to get to 10,000 by the end of the week, so like you really got to be in here. You see main chat, memes, debate, and then nightly game recap. And if we go to each one of the games tonight, because tonight there are so many games, you can go to each game, and each room you will see fans related to that team talking. So I may not be able to catch the Charlotte Hornets versus Cavaliers game, but I can come into this chat and see people talking about hopefully Colin eats on Terry and Devontae. And it goes for every single game. You can give your predictions, and then those predictions get you to the KLT4Q leaderboard, and it's just all around. It should be a lot of fun. Every single night, I'm gonna be in there talking about the game. So let's run it up, man. Link is in the description. Download Flick, join the group, and I'll see y'all tonight when we get to the games. Y'all know the way we do things around here. I want to say thank you for the love on yesterday's video. Comments were amazing. Thank y'all. We're gonna stop at 3 and 2 and 1. I love when I have my girlfriend in videos because she goes through the comment section and you guys are super supportive of us building a team together, which is, again, something we hadn't done in a few years. So we end up with the 11th pick for the second video on the road. That's kind of crazy. The 11th pick for the nope, actually, yesterday's video we had the 12th pick. Either way, we're going to have a really, really good team. Now, this is where things get kind of iffy, right? The top 2 players on the board were centers. So I feel like we're going to have to work backwards. Does that make sense? Let's see. Who do we end up on? So Jokic is our center. Okay, so we're going to build around Jokic, which means that my power forward has to be former teammates of Jokic, and my 6th man has to be a former teammate of Jokic because he is my center. Does that make sense? And then we're going to have to work our way up instead of working our way down because our center is our best player. So we have Jonathan Isaac, Kevin Love, Larry Nance Jr., Ricky Rubio, Duncan Robinson, Terrence Ross, Nerlens Noel, Chris Dunn. So we have a solid roster here. Cool. I'm excited for this, and I hope it's not too confusing. I tried to do my best to explain it, but I feel like once we get to doing things, you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about. Evan Turner's still in 2K, even though in real life he has retired from the NBA and is now a coach. If you did not know, he is a development coach for the Boston Celtics this season. So Evan Turner, what's up, bro? All right, so our starting power forward would have to be a former teammate of Jokic. Now, the only bad side about this is players that have spent their entire career on one team. Because only power forwards that I can get is like Paul Millsap, Michael Porter Jr., Jeremy Grant, unless I'm thinking about early in Jokic's career. And even early in Jokic's career, his power forwards weren't amazing. There's a few ways we can go through with this, right? We could move Jokic to the power forward and have his small forward be somebody that's related to him and his center be somebody related to him, or we can trade Jokic altogether. But now, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go through like rookie year Jokic and look at the team. This is rookie year Jokic, and these are the players that were on his roster. So, Gallinari could be our power forward. I don't know what our ceiling is if Gallinari and Jokic are our 2 big man positions. But like Kenneth Faried is long out of the league. Yusuf Nurkic is interesting because I can make Jokic a power forward and make Yusuf Nurkic the center. That's probably what we're gonna do. That's probably what we're gonna do. We're gonna have both. Remember when these players both played on the same team that they traded Nurkic away? Because I do. Okay, I think we have a plan. Let's go get Nurkic. So if that's the case, if we are going to get Nurkic and removing Jokic to the 4, then that means that his small forward has to be a former teammate of Jokic. And small forwards that play with Jokic, it's like Gallinari, Will Barton, and I guess Michael Porter Jr. can fit into that. So it's not that many. It's not that many. But I'm interested to see what we can do if we get Gallinari, because Gallinari has played for an okay amount of teams in his NBA career, while Will Barton has only played for a couple. But if I trade for Will Barton, I'm already thinking 2 steps ahead. First of all, let's get Nurkic. But if I trade for Will Barton, we could get like CJ to be our starting shooting guard, because they play with each other and with the Trailblazers. So there's a couple different routes we can go with this. I guess if I have to do a trade, I'm going to do this one to get use of Nurkic. Boom. Okay, so Jokic becomes that power forward. He's a 95 overall. MVP Jokic is on the way. And if you did not know, show us your moves, buddy. This is Slim Jokic. You know what I'm saying? Cool. That's great. That's great. So I'm thinking that probably Will Barton, because it opens up so many avenues for having CJ as that shooting guard, or even if I can get super crazy, I think Dame is going to be untouchable, but there's a world where we make all of this work. It's either I go for Gallinari or I go for Will Barton. Let me go back and look at both of their former teammates. For some of these players, this is my first time looking at their basketball reference page, and I didn't even know, get this out of here. I didn't even know that Basketball Reference did projections. That's interesting. How often is Basketball Reference projections right? They're projected Gallinari to average 22 this year off the bench. He has never averaged 20, but off the bench, they're projecting him to average 22. Let's see if it actually happens. Okay, so yes, he has played for OKC, which means that we could potentially trade for Shea. Huh. Gallinari might be our small forward, bro. So he's played for OKC, because him and Shea got traded together. And then Denver, which we already looked at the Denver teams. But these New York teams are the ones that's bothering me, because I don't remember who was on some of these teams. As far as starting shooting guards, a lot of these players are probably out of the league. Yeah, Al Harrington, Zach Randolph, all of these top players are gone. Yo, I'm so old. I'm so old. This whole roster's gone. And I vividly remember watching these players play together. I remember this roster specifically. And the only guy that's remaining is, I don't think, did Wilson Chandler get a contract this year? I don't think he did. And Gallinari. Literally everybody else has retired. Oh my God, I'm old. Or not retired, because somebody signed Jamal Crawford. He's still out there. But dang, that's tough. Okay, next season after this, maybe there's somebody else here. I doubt it, though. I'm thinking that we go Gallinari and have him run the 3, and then we go get Shea to be our shooting guard. I think that is our best form of action. I mean, the next guy we can take a look at is Will Barton, but I think Will Barton only gives us the opportunity to get Damian Lillard or CJ, and of course, again, CJ. Wait. He played there before CJ was even drafted. Wow. That's how old Will Barton is. And okay, CJ and him did play together 1 year. CJ's rookie season, Will Barton was on the team, and they both were averaging 4 points per game and 5 points per game. And now both of them are quality NBA players. It's crazy how that works. But okay, I think Gallinari is definitely the guy. Listen, I know we're early in this video, but I am already having tons and tons of fun. So y'all know this, because I'm guessing a lot of y'all do these rebuilds with me. It's hard to stay fresh with the rebuild and challenge. It just is at the end of the day. So when I come up with ideas that keep it fresh, I'm always super excited to do it. I'll do this trade. I give up 1 first-round pick, give up Kevin Love's contract, and I'm also bringing in Robert Covington, who is probably going to have to get traded because of the challenge. But this is, for me, this is a fresh challenge, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. Gallinari is small forward. Again, we're probably going to struggle defensively with Gallinari, with Jokic, and with Nurkic as the 3, 4, and 5. But we gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. Let's see what Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's trade value is, because he's immediately the guy I'm thinking of. Let's go get Shai. He plays for the Pels. I'm already getting people that's hitting up that group on Flick. That's a W. Shout out to y'all that's already showing support. Now, I think the problem is I'm probably gonna have to take Eric Gordon in this trade, and I don't really have pieces. Like at the end of the day, I don't have super valuable pieces. I mean, I'll throw you Dion Waiters is not valuable to you. I'll throw you Lonnie Walker. I'm probably gonna have to throw the like everything to get Shea, but he is the only option. Honestly, he is the only option for me, and that's not enough. Wow, that's rough. That's very, very rough. Okay, so this is the workaround. We go trade. We go trade Robert Covington. Let's make Robert Covington a small forward. The good old 2K20 method. We make Robert Covington a small forward. We go throw him in a trade finder, get a pick, or get another valuable player to use in a trade other than Ricky Rubio. Because obviously Ricky Rubio is not the guy. He's not like RJ could be the main piece of this trade. RJ is Robert Covington's 3.5 star. So maybe that's not the move. Vucevic? But instead, I'm gonna do the Vucevic trade. It makes sense the most because Vucevic makes less money, first of all, and then you make him a power forward. As you know, he becomes one of the greatest players in the league. So I think it'll be easier to make this trade now. Hopefully, the only problem is I didn't get any picks in return either. So we do the Vucevic thing. They need to make up 18 million. Good thing that there is that contract there, and then give me another. You got to have another bad contract somewhere down here, right? I mean, this is rough, man. This is definitely a harder trade to try to pull off. I'll give you Chris Dunn. They got to keep a certain amount of players, so we give you Lonnie Walker too. What trade did I just do? Did I just get finessed? I don't even know. I got Shea. I gave up Vucevic. Oh, okay. I'm cool with this trade. That's a good trade for me. Didn't have to give up any picks to get Shea, and that's exactly what I wanted. So that's that. Now we got to figure out our point guard position had to play with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Okay, that's a small sample because Shai is going into year number 3. Obviously, off rip, you think about Chris Paul, but I don't think financially we'll be able to get Chris Paul's contract. Like, I'm looking at my team here, and yeah, financially it would be rough. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but it'll be rough. So Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, wow, bro, look at the length of his hair in this picture, bro. Wow, I thought my hair was long. I ain't got nothing. This man his hair is down here. Wow. Okay, so the only thing is like Dennis Schroeder, Chris Paul, and then who were the point guards he played with? Like it was like Patrick Beverly. Yeah, Patrick Beverly is the only good point guard that he played with. And Lou Will, if you consider Lou Will. So it's either we trade for Schroeder to be our starting point guard or we trade for Chris Paul. So let's see what the Chris Paul trade could potentially look like. Again, financially, it would be rough for us to do. It's not out of the realm of it is out of the realm of possibility because they tripping. Actually, I still don't think it is. Okay, I don't think it is. Let me see if I can build my own. Please let me go to trades. Okay, let me see if I can build my own because it's possible, I think. I think it would be possible. What team was he playing for? Okay, the Clips. He's back with the Clippers, y'all. So I could give them Ricky Rubio. I need to make up 20 million. And you know what? I have Eric Gordon. And then that'll go into our trade exception if they accept. So we'll give you a pick. We'll give you 2 picks. We'll give you a second. 2 seconds. That's not going to be enough. Okay. But at least we know there's a framework for this trade. I will give you... Man. I'll give you Duncan. Sure. I'll give you Duncan. We're going to have to really build our bench. I'll give you Duncan. You give us back Chandler Parsons. And then I'll still give you picks. Wow. 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 CP is really that guy, huh? He's really that guy for y'all, huh? Wow. I was giving y'all 3 quality NBA players and 2 first-round picks for aging point guard. And they were like, nah, we're good on it. Yeah, this is difficult. I mean... How about you give us back J.J. Barea and you give us back, not Jaylen Brown, and you give us back Shake Milton. You give us back Shake Milton. Okay, give it back Shake, and then we'll still give you 2 picks. The trade is dead. It literally is dead. Wow. Okay. So if that's the case, our starting point guard this year has to be Dennis Schroeder. Shout out to Dennis Schroeder for his good game yesterday. Obviously, it didn't equate to a win, but he looked good out there. So we could do this trade simple. Simple, get a first round pick. I'm just annoyed that it couldn't be Chris Paul. Or how about we do what we did to get Shea, where I use some of the pieces I have, do the flip-a-rooney of the pieces, right? So I'll flip Eric Gordon. First of all, flip Eric Gordon. That's not Eric Gordon in the pick should be able to get us like a borderline all-star caliber player, right? Sabonis. Okay, Sabonis as the main piece in this Clippers Chris Paul trade. Can this work? Come on, Clips. You know you want Sabonis, man. A couple days ago, Sabonis was my best player on a championship team. If you weren't a part of the video, go watch that video. Okay. They said they're okay with that trade. Now seconds. Come on, please, Chris. Please just allow Chris to be on here. What? Okay. One last thing I can do. Is I use one of our cheaper players like John Henson. Can John Henson somehow pull off a first-round pick for us? It can. He can. Okay. The Warriors give us a pick. We're going to use that Warriors pick. You see all the loops I have to go through to get my boy CP. And I just think that he is so much better than what we could get in Dennis Schroeder. That, like, first of all, that's not enough money. But Sabonis and Ricky Rubio. Right, Ricky Rubio's a piece. Okay, so they say no to that, obviously. We'll give you the Warriors pick. We'll give you our pick. We'll give you another pick. And then a second. Is he the most untouchable being in the world? I'm going to trade for one more first-round pick. And if that's not enough, then I don't know what to say. He's just not trade forable. Come on, somebody give me a pick. Okay, Dion Waiters. Okay, cool. All of this to get... Man, I'm getting finessed, honestly. This is them trying to finesse me. But for the sake of the challenge, I'm like, think about it. I'm giving you an all-star, a young all-star at 24. I'm giving you I'm giving you a good rookie. And I'm trying to give you all the picks in the world. And they're like, nah, we want to keep Chris Paul. Who is on your roster? Okay, I guess they literally wouldn't have a point guard. But you're going to have Ricky Rubio. I'll give you this pick. And then this pick. I don't understand. Okay, all right, Dennis is our starting point guard. Wow. Is there a new trade finder? I'm going to do trade finder for them one more again. They want Jokic. They want Shea. They want everybody. Cut it out, 2K. And I'm the biggest Chris Paul fan on this platform. Cut it out, 2K. You know what I'm saying? All right, we're going to get Dennis Schroeder. Wow, that's so lame. That is a buzzkill. It just is. I'll do this trade. Dennis Schroeder is the starting point guard of our team. So the starting lineup is set. Dennis Schroeder was teammates with Shea, who was teammates with. Okay, 3 of my players are from OKC last year. I just realized that. He was teammates with Gallinari, who was teammates with a young Jokic, who was teammates with Jusuf Nurkic. Now, again, the backwards game here. We have Sabonis, the trade piece now. That is so stupid. I hate this game sometimes. So we got to go to Jusuf Nurkic. And Jusuf Nurkic has only played for 2 teams. Portland is that second team. So our 6th man could be... Who do I want my 6th man to be? I was going to say it could be CJ, which it still could be. But the only problem with us trading for CJ is that our 7th man would also have to be a former Trailblazer. You get what I'm saying? And that's kind of lame. I mean, I'll do it to win the championship. I'll do anything to win the championship. But it is just kind of lame at the end of the day. I guess I'll do it. Because I have Sabonis as a major trade piece. So, like, getting CJ shouldn't be difficult at all. I cannot believe that's going to be on my mind for the rest of the day. Like, we tried to trade for Chris Paul, and they were just like, no. We can do this trade without giving up Sabonis. That's great. I'll do this trade. Nerlens Noel, Ricky Rubio. I'm getting back CJ, who will be our 6th man. Great. So now, CJ will be our 6th man. Shea is started for us. So now our 7th man has to be related to CJ. Of course, like I mentioned, with CJ playing his whole career here, we're going to have to... Ooh, LaMarcus. LaMarcus could be our 7th man on this roster. contractually, I think it'll make sense if I traded LaMarcus Aldridge for Sabonis. It makes sense. Look at some of these players, though. Joel Freeland, do y'all know that name? Some of y'all don't even know that name. Earl Watson was a coach a little bit. This is like his last leg. The man played 24 games and averaged a half a point, so he just wasn't really doing anything. I'm happy to see Nicholas Batum playing basketball again. I think LaMarcus is the guy we go trade for to be our 7th man. We're about to be a very deep team, and I think that's how we're going to win a championship here. We're going to be a very, very deep team. LaMarcus Aldridge, LMA, come to the team, baby. Let me see what we got. Trade Finder, they want CJ. They want Sabonis. They'll give us Onyeka Okongwu. I'd rather just do this trade straight up. Financially, it don't make sense for us. We'll throw in Isaac Bonga. That don't make sense. We need a guy that's making a little bit more money like Austin Rivers. And then you give us back your cheapest player. They got LeBron. Wow. Give us back CJ. They want a pick. They're giving us a pick, and they want a second. Never have I seen an opposing team like, I'll give you a pick. I'll give you an unprotected first-round pick. Just throw in a second. You got a deal. LaMarcus, welcome to being the 7th man on our roster. Okay, I'm feeling good about this team now. Again, CJ's coming off the bench. LaMarcus is the guy. Now, our 7th man, our 8th man has to be related to LaMarcus Aldridge, and I'm guessing related to LaMarcus Aldridge is going to be a guy that's played for one of these Spurs teams recently. So let's see who that 7th man can be. I got to think about it financially. It's going to be a guy that is making about money that matches the $11 million from Dwight Powell. So I'm thinking about $11 million contracts right now. Are you enjoying the video? If you are, leave it a like, man. I am enjoying making this video. This has been a blast to try to put together these teams. Derek White just got a contract. You know who makes about $11 million? DeJounte Murray. Derek White and DeJounte Murray are 2 players that's added to my list. But you know what I want to do? I want to go to LaMarcus. I want to go to his first year when he signed with the Spurs. Who is on this team that we could potentially got? That's still in the league now. Not a lot of these players still in the league. Danny Green is still in the league. Okay, I think it is either Derek White or DeJounte Murray as the next guy. Because Derek White just got an extension, and I don't remember the exact number of his extension. I know I know Derek White got paid. Oh, I went to the last name. I know Derek White got paid, and it is 5. Oh my God, that's a lot of money. Yo, that's a lot of money. Not a contract I can trade for in 2K21. Not for a 79 overall player. Oh. But actually, that doesn't kick in to next year. He's only making $3 million. Let's try to make a deal. Let's try to make a deal with the $3 million. Because I got Duncan Robinson, who is making $1 million. Right? And then we'll also give you Isaac Bonga. And then you got, oh, actually, this is going to be kind of a weird territory because we got to make up $500,000. So I need another, like, cheaper player. And we just don't have many of those. Interesting. Okay. I'm thinking that we go into free agency because we need players on the roster anyway. Garrett Temple signed to us for $2 million, 2.7, right? I feel like my GM skills are on point right now. Can you agree? Is my GM skills on point right now? Because I'm signing players. I'm doing, obviously, other than the Chris Paul thing. Let's ignore that happened. Okay, so we will give you, actually, can I just give you Garrett Temple? No. Okay, so we will give you that, and ooh, this is a good package. And they said no. We're giving you seconds, bro. We're not giving you first. Do we have to give you first? We have so many firsts that I guess I could just throw them in. Yeah, I'll just throw them in because we only have a couple more trades to go, and we have so many first-round picks, so I'll throw one in. Whatever. So Duncan Robinson gets traded, and now we have Derek White as our 8th man, and now our 9th man has to be a guy related to Derek White. Derek White falls to that territory of a guy that's only played for one team as well. You know what? I think I could just go and get DeJounte. Right? Can I just go get DeJounte Murray? Because, again, like I said, DeJounte Murray's contract is similar. Right? It is similar. Maybe it's more than I'm expecting. Trade Finder, they won't Nurkic. Look, that's exactly what I was thinking of. This is the exact trade I was thinking of. DeJounte Murray is now on our team as our... They want to start DeJounte? No, we will start Schroeder because it's just fits the challenge, even though. So, cool. DeJounte Murray. Wait. Let's go back. CJ, LaMarcus, Derek White, DeJounte, and then our 10th man, I guess, has to be a former Spur as well. And I'm thinking we need a power forward. So I got to find a power forward that was teammates with DeJounte. So DeJounte Murray's only played 3 seasons in the NBA, obviously. And with the power forward position that's left, we can't get Kawhi. Davis Bertans is too expensive. Financially, this last guy that we trade for literally has to be making like a minimum contract. I can sign Powell and move him to the power forward position. I think that's the best thing we can do. Because Powell played for them for a couple seasons. I think that's the best we can do because everybody else here is making a lot of money. We're going to go into free agency, sign Pau Gasol, and I think we're done, and hopefully we can do what we can do and win a championship. This has been fun. Even if I don't win a championship, I'm excited about what this video turned into. Where's Pau Gasol? Is Pau Gasol, he has to be here, right? Who drafted 40-year-old Pau Gasol? Who did it? Who drafted him? Okay, the Bulls. Yep. Bulls like, yep. Okay. I'm going to do this. I'm going to make DeJounte a small forward because we don't have a backup wing. Let me fix the rotation the way it should be, and I'll be right back. Okay, so let's do this. Schroeder was teammates with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Gallinari in OKC. Gallinari was teammates with Nikola Jokic in Denver. Jokic was teammates with Jusuf Nurkic in Denver. Jusuf Nurkic was teammates with CJ McCollum right now with the Portland Trail Blazers. CJ was teammates with LaMarcus Aldridge in his rookie season with the Portland Trail Blazers. LaMarcus was teammates with Derek White now. Wait, Derek White's supposed to be up here. And then Derek White was teammates with DeJounte Murray now. And then DeJounte Murray was teammates with Pau Gasol his rookie season in the NBA. We did it. Now, I do admit that we only basically touched like 3 different teams. But it's, you know, that's the way it's going to work. I think we put together definitely a championship quality team. Jokic is about to go out there. And you know what? I'm even making Jokic the first option. First game of the season against the Rockets. Jokic put up 45, 11, and 9. This season is a wrap. He is raising the MVP trophy. Give it to him, and he's raising the championship trophy. So Jokic didn't do it because LeBron decided to average a 30-point triple-double while shooting 43% from 3, which is something he's never done in his career. Got it. James Wiseman was Rookie of the Year. 6 Man of the Year goes to D. Rose, playing for the Spurs. Philly gets Defensive Player of the Year, Giannis, and then the Pelicans have John Morant. And he is the first, I guess he was in this fake sim. He was the first overall pick, wasn't he? He's most improved. Brad Stevens. And yeah, this is interesting because we weren't the 1 seed, y'all. We actually weren't the 1 seed. And then Brad Stevens won Coach of the Year. So we may not even been, I don't know, the top 3 team in the league this year. So I'm interested, man. We were the 2 seed. We're going against Denver in the first round. But tell me what happened. Okay, so we tied with the Lakers to be the number 1 seed. They have Kyle Lowry, Victor Oladipo, Mikal Bridges. Yo, they said, Cat, we surrounded you with nothing but defenders, Holmes. Go out there and score the heck out of the ball. They got nothing but defenders up top. Woo, that's going to be a tough team to play against, man. And even on behind them, Patrick Beverly, Bismack Biyombo, David House, they got good defenders, bro. I'm guessing they had the best defense in the league as far as points allowed. Never mind, that's still us, even though we had such bad like defensive players. Schroeder for us averaged 13, 16 for Shai, 13 for Gallinari, 25 for Jokic. Like those are MVP type numbers, but it can't beat out what LeBron was doing. So it makes sense. It makes sense. 6 man, CJ averaged 13. Our bench is so good. I think even Powell put up a point, bro, 1.5 points. Let's go. And then out east, the Boston Celtics are better than us. Steph Curry and Iggy are back together. They got Isaac Okoro, Brandon Clark, Drummond, and they got Mike Conley. This is a good team, bro. For a simulated fantasy draft, that's a good team. So I'm interested to see if we can win this championship. In the first round, I'm going against Denver, who have John Isaac and Kevin Love, who we traded earlier. But they got CJ. So CJ, can we guard him? I guess not. Nope. Game 2 is a win. Jokic, thank you. Game 3, we lose. This would be a great time to put DeJounte Murray in the starting lineup, but we can't for the sake of the video. It's supposed to be teammates, and then if I put DeJounte Murray in the starting lineup, it messes up what we were building. Here we go, Game 7. I hate the close ones. There we go. That's a convincing Game 7 victory. Thank you guys so much Were we able to clamp up Dame? He shot 6 for 23, so we were able to clamp up Dame. And we get out of that first round barely to go against OKC, who has Jamal Murray, Zion, and Mitchell Robinson. All right, that's an okay big three. Is it better than our big three? Who is our big three? Would be Nurkic, Jokic, and Shea, I guess. I don't know. It don't matter. We got out of there with a sweep to go against. First of all, the 1C got eliminated. Obviously, Karl Anthony Towns needed more in the playoffs. I don't know. Look at that. I mean, playoff VO was there. Playoff Millsap, nope. Playoff Lowry, nope. I mean, I guess the 8 seasons did their thing. They got eliminated, and we're going against the 4C Houston Rockets, whose best player is Jimmy Butler. But he ain't got no number 2. Where's his number 2? Who was their second round pick? What the heck? Houston Rockets, who was your second round pick? Because, I mean, it makes no sense to me that your team is that. I mean, it's working. Oh, we made a trade with them because Duncan Robinson is now on our team. So their second pick was, I don't know. I still don't even remember. Just overall, I don't know what they did to their roster. They can't complain. I mean, they're in the conference finals. Like, I am there. They don't strike any fear in me. Yeah, that's an easy series. And then now we're going against this team who we already talked about earlier. They got good defenders, and they got Steph Curry, who is one of the few people to beat me in 2K21 Next Gen in the 7-game series. So, I'm not saying it's impossible with Steph Curry on the court. He is not playing amazingly. The only 20 points for him. That's not very good. Jokic, come on, bro. Give him this Finals MVP right here, right now. Never mind, because Steph Curry and them potentially coming back. Never mind 3-1. We don't blow those. We don't blow those. We don't blow those as we get a 22, 13.5, and 7 assists up game for Nikola Jokic. That was a very, very fun challenge. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave it a like, man. Tomorrow is the last day of consistency, which is crazy to say. I'm going to take the day of Christmas off to spend time with immediate family. Hopefully that is acceptable for y'all. I hope nobody's going to be mad at me for, after 24 days of straight uploading, to take Christmas off. But then I'll be right back the day after Christmas because I got another video planned. So I'll take that off day and we'll talk about it. All right. Be sure to leave a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new. Second channel, third channel, all is in the description. The NBA is back, so my NBA channel is back up and running. We dropped the video last night about it. So I'll put that at the end card. It should be on your screen already. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.